Marxist scholar Professor Issa Shivji correctly asserts that there is a need for us to revisit and resurrect Pan-Africanism now more than ever before. And because our neoliberal governments have failed to live up to the ideals of Pan-Africanism, progressive movements across the continent have taken it upon themselves to reclaim the ideology.
So it's for all of us to have a reflection of what this journey has been, what it means for us as militants, Pan-Africanists, socialists, internationalists, and what all of us bring together into this space as people who are committed into the cause of liberating our countries, and I say our countries not with pride, because they are colonial resolves, as Comrade would call them. But more important, what we bring into the liberation of our continent in particular.
This month, more than 50 militants from 30 social movements in 25 African countries met in Accra, Ghana, in what they call a Pan-African Learning Festival, which has been happening for the past 3 years in different countries.
And I'm speaking live from Accra, Ghana, at the 4th edition of the African Solidarity Learning Festival. This festival is now, as I said, in its 4th stage, and we've been hosted in different African countries since 2022.
The event basically provides a space for movements to connect, learn from each other's struggles, and most importantly, build on strategies to advance their collective struggle towards the political, economic, social, and cultural emancipation of the continent.
This theme of learning, exchange, all that should remain with us permanently. So when we are naming ourselves, so that our generation will not come later and think that we are just a solidarity network. Maybe the original mission was bringing social movement to learn from each other.
Each festival is an opportunity to reach new movements that join the network after hosting the event. This year, it was the turn for Democracy Hub in Ghana.
This is the first time that they're hosting it in West Africa. In the previous years, they've hosted it outside of the West African region across the continent. And this is the first time, as I've already said, that they're hosting it in Ghana, West Africa. And we were very happy as Democracy Hub to take on the task as hosting organization for this year. Democracy Hub is a social justice movement. Democracy Hub is a feminist movement. Democracy Hub is an ecological justice movement. And essentially, Democracy Hub has been, for a number of years, solely been in charge of mobilizing and organizing the youth to agitate for power. And we do this in the spirit of anti-capitalism, in the spirit of anti-imperialism, in the spirit of Pan-Africanism, in collaboration with the networks that we operate within, including the African Solidarity Network and Afriki.
The movements are influenced by prevailing challenges posed by neoliberal policies across the continent, characterized by austerity measures, ongoing exploitation of resources, political repression, and militarization, are evidenced by the ongoing conflicts in various regions. Sharing similar struggle from a common enemy, the movements are not just reviving Pan-Africanism, but building it on a solid foundation of historic struggle against capitalism, imperialism, apartheid, and patriarchy, united by the vision of one united and socialist Africa.
We unite here to share our stories, to understand better how to organize and strategize, to understand our struggles and foster unity that can relieve us from the ongoing change of colonialism, apartheid, and neocolonialism.
Among the militants in the gathering are the progressive artists from different countries within the continent. in an era where art and music are largely used to advance the hegemonic ideas. These progressive movements are intentional about reclaiming that important tool of liberation and making it an integral part of mobilization and organization for the liberation of our continent.
Art is a very, very uh, important tool in any kind of struggle. So when we do art, for us as activists, we don't use art as a form to entertain the masses. We use our art to educate the masses, to inspire the masses, and to ignite the spirit of the masses, especially where there is oppression.
This decade is the decade of African independence. Forward then to independence. Independence now. Tomorrow, United States.
Breaking away from the boardroom activism, the movements have been moving the gathering from the conference halls to the sites of struggle, where the masses are organizing at the grassroots.
So our really task is to really get to understand what is happening at the grassroots. Connecting with comrades in particular countries within the continent and bringing them together, and not just bringing them together to sit and reflect as how the usual elites would do, but again move out of these spaces and connect with the real struggles and how we can collectively in solidarity bring all that together at the national level, but again at the continental level and even more broader at the global level, because it's only by managing to unite the workers across the globe that is the only way we'll be able to liberate ourselves.
The grounding offers an opportunity to learn and share the similarities of our struggle, to remind them that they are not alone, and emphasize the need for solidarity.
The idea that Pan-Africanism must be driven from the bottom up by grassroots movements and unite Africa against the struggles of imperialism, capitalism, and oppression from all forces.
While in Accra, the militants had time to ground with the salt mining communities at Adasongo, who shared brave stories of their struggle to protect their land against the investors who are threatening to exclude them from the lagoon.
When it was getting worse and they were hitting us, we went for a demonstration. And people came and they said it all to them. I asked a question and I've not got an answer to it. So you hear that the president or the government of India has not support those in the cocoa farming and chemicals, spray machines and fertilizers for the cocoa to grow.
The president or who are president here?
And it's our president too. And they don't give us any support to increase our production, rather taking it from us. And what want to do and invest? Is it not the land that is not being invested on or used by anybody that you seek for? Or if you want to take another day this investment to compensate the person?
In my language, I'm wearing a t-shirt that's written Magamba. I don't know if you're able to read what's written on the back. So in Shona, Magamba means heroes. So I see everyone sitting here and everyone will share their stories as heroes. So I want to thank everyone for standing up for the community, everyone for speaking out, because if we don't speak out, we'll lose our communities. So as Magamba Network, as part of the network, the African Solidarity Network, we're actually saying that we would love to work with you, we would love to amplify your messages and your struggles. Yeah, you actually don't have to be in our country, it doesn't have to be in Zimbabwe specifically, but we'll be able to do what we do best. We'll be able to do our productions, our satire, our campaigns as well. We amplify them from Zimbabwe and then they go all over online so that everyone knows. For those who are not aware, they become aware and then the struggle actually goes on. So in closing, I'd just like to also share that we have managed to actually influence other banks or other investors that have been supporting Total Energies to stop or maybe pull out from the support that they've been giving Total Energies. And we believe that if we actually work together with you, we can also do the same and amplify your struggles.
What started as an annual event 4 years ago has now transformed into a solid network with proper structures to coordinate the platform and the solidarity activities among the movements. This organization will solidify the movement's solidarity and intentionally advance the Pan-Africanism agenda political and embed it within their day-to-day struggles for social, economic, cultural and political justice.
I've been to the African Solidarity Learning Festival for every year, actually, that it's been running for the last 4 years, this being the 4th year. And I think my main reflection in being here in Accra now and having been to the last festivals is that it's just really exciting to see the evolution of the festival as it now forms itself into a network, an organization, something substantive and sustainable. And it's also really exciting to see the representation of African countries grow each year of the festival and getting the opportunity to connect with comrades from places that I've never been to and being able to hear firsthand from them what's happening on the ground in their countries and within their movements.
Clearly, this is not just another integration, but a people-centered Pan-Africanism, spearheaded by the social movements with the poor masses' interests.
Continua.